Mastering time, time management, and just being a badass. Hey, it's Arn Terry from Freetown Mindset. Hope we are all safe and well. Today is going to be slightly different, but bear with me because it is important and it could actually change the way that you manage your time. So you could be more successful in terms of happiness and looking after yourself, your business, family, etc. Today, it is time management, and some of the information here may be a little unconventional, but stick with me. As I'm talking about time, I'm jumping straight into it, no messing around. So the first thing we're going to focus on is we are going to focus on when we actually wake up. Now, this is for the majority of us who wake up, your alarm goes off, or you just wake up naturally, and the first thing you do is you jump out of bed, you check your phone, you check your emails, you may put the TV on in your bedroom, put the radio on, etc., etc. If you do any of that, stop right now. This is what we're going to do from the morning of watching this video, or if you are watching in the evening, you'll understand in a minute. This is what we're going to do in the evening time before going to bed. So when you are waking up, what we are going to do is literally leave our phone. We are not going to touch our phone, we're not going to touch our TV, we're not going to open the curtains. All we're going to do is very, very simple, is you are just going to be selfish. Yes, you're going to think about yourself for once. Think about yourself. So you are just going to literally stay in bed for 15 to 20 minutes. That's all it needs to be, 15 to 20 minutes, and keep your eyes closed. What we're going to focus on is we're going to just focus on our breathing. We're going to take our time to get out of bed, which sounds great, right? So we are literally going to take our time to get out of bed. You're going to keep your eyes closed and you're going to focus on your breathing. So what you are going to do is you're going to breathe in, deep breath in for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to hold it for 5 seconds, and then you're going to release that very slowly for 5 to 10 seconds, breathing out. So you're going to breathe in, hold it, and then you would then just breathe out for 5 to 10 seconds. You're going to repeat that for maybe 5 to 10 times. Whilst you're doing that, you're literally just keeping your eyes closed and just staying in the moment, staying present. What you're then going to do, you can do it as you're doing it as well, but what you are then going to do is you are still keeping your eyes closed at this point, and you're just going to walk through your day, what your ideal day would look like. So we're literally going to dream, we're just going to think about what your ideal day will look like. So, you know, is it going to be having that great meeting with your boss? Are you going to be the boss, but you're going to be having a great meeting with your team? Are you going to get that promotion, that pay rise? Is that holiday going to get booked or going to come through for maybe, I guess, for next year now? So anything positive that you want to think about, you're going to think about. And the problem that we have is when we wake up in the morning, we just jump on our phone, we think about negativity, and then we wonder why we feel so stressed, so rushed. It's not our fault. It's just the way, unfortunately, we're programmed to be. So what we're going to do, we're going to do something different for at least the next 30 days, and hopefully continue a lot longer than that. Is we're just going to be selfish. We're going to spend a bit more time in bed, 15 to 20 minutes, and we're just going to focus on our breathing. We're going to close our eyes, and we're going to think about what our day would look like. And also, you can just play with it and have fun with it. Put some little Easter eggs in there as well of what you would like to see on your day. So if you're walking to work or to university or to wherever, school, whatever, you know, you're gonna think to yourself, oh, on my journey walking to X, I'm gonna see £10 laying on the floor, and that £10 I'm gonna pick up and it's mine. So just think about things like that. Anything positive on there, just pop it into your brain. Who knows, it may happen, you know. But you're doing that with your eyes closed. So going from what I said to as well, what we're going to do if you are watching this in the evening time and it's time to go to bed, then we're going to do the same thing at night. So at night, we're going to close our eyes, we're going to focus on our breath. You may have your partner, your husband, your wife in bed next to you on the TV on. What you're going to do is just elbow them out of the way, tell them to switch the TV off, or go to bed slightly later when they may be in bed. But this is what you should be doing just before you go to sleep. And the same thing, keep your eyes closed. You're going to focus on your breathing. So in for 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds, and you're going to breathe out very, very slowly for 5 to 10 seconds. You're going to do that. You're going to repeat that again, 5 to 10 different 5 to 10 reps doing that, and then you are going to be thinking about the day that you actually had. We're going to keep it positive here. So if you've not achieved anything that you need to achieve, all we're going to do is we're going to think about achieving that the next day. So it could have been that you didn't finish that project on time and you've been given an extension. So this is what you're going to do, and you're going to walk it, literally walk it through your head bit by bit, and you're going to again throw in some golden Easter eggs in there as well. So tomorrow, when you're thinking about your day, when you're thinking about your journey, when you think about whatever it is, so something great could happen. If you're looking for that loved one on the way to work, you're going to meet someone on that way, because this is what you've programmed yourself to think about. And we are just thinking about positive thoughts, because again, what we normally do at night, we worry about work, we worry about what we didn't do, we worry about that boss that we don't like, or that new role that we're going into and we're not too sure about it. So instead of doing the worrying, we're just going to think positively about the next day and what we need to do, and then we're going to throw in some bits of information in there. Treat it like a game. Treat it like a game. Bits of information there. It may be completely unrealistic, like you're going to pick up a lottery ticket and then you'll win those millions of pounds. Throw whatever it goes in there that feels right for you, but just make sure it stays positive. So that's on the focusing on yourself to manage your day better. Now, focusing on your time management, I'm going to go over to a quick little bit of I'll just jump straight in. I've been using this for 10 years now, if not longer than 10 years. So I categorize my what's important to me. So top left, you'll see important but not urgent. Bottom left, you're going to see not urgent or important. Bottom right, you're going to see urgent but not important, and then top right you're going to see important and urgent. So important and urgent stuff I've just put in here to me is obviously have a wash, shower, bath, brushing your teeth, taking kids to school, because obviously it's going to be detrimental to others if you don't wash, because you're going to stink. Brushing your teeth, same again. Taking kids to school, again, same again, because you could be in trouble. So what you're going to do is you're going to put down, you can be as micro or as macro as you want, putting a lot of information down to your left. Important but not urgent. It could be finishing that project, work project, personal project, with they would have given you a deadline, so it will be important, but it's not super urgent, like it has to be done now, this actual second, this actual minute. Urgent but not important, could be more like personal things, like going to the gym, also reading a book, anything to do with like leisure time, meeting up with the girls, with the guys. It's urgent, but it's not important. Or again, you may think, actually no, it is actually important, but it's not urgent. So it just depends on your personality, what you think goes where, and then we're just going to put these into categories now, and you're going to just move. It's not going to stay the same, because as you're going through this exercise, you'll see what is more important to you and what is not important to you. So the not urgent stuff or not important, I put things like watching TV. That could be important to you but not urgent, because it could be that the last series of that Netflix program. So you're putting the TV, watching TV there, watching the program. But things like going through your spam emails, your personal emails, could be junk mail. It could be getting rid of your actually physical junk mail for your dog, getting rid of that. Again, important but not urgent will be home. If I could spell it right, home. So that would go on could be cleaning, shopping, anything else. So you just keep adding to this list what's important to you and what's not. And you can use this in your daily life and your work life as well. So you can have two separate ones or you can have the same one. So obviously important and urgent will obviously be getting in work on time. Will be doing your, if you do have a morning meeting at 10 o'clock, will obviously be a morning meeting at 10 o'clock. And then you just start filling out what's important to you and what's not important to you. There is a method and the reason why I'm saying this, so you just bear with me before I close off. Let me get the camera back on. So what we're basically going to do is you're going to write down as much information on those lines, what's important to you, what's not important to you, and then you're going to put into categories. You could put into a book. I use this, my book, Dreams and Shit, which is great. And I write down my plan, my business stuff, my thoughts, blah blah blah, goes into there. So what you will do is you can keep it on a spreadsheet. You might prefer it on a spreadsheet. You might prefer it just written down on Word or in Paint as that, or you may put it down into a journal. So what we're going to do is you're going to think about things like, okay, having a bath, yeah, that's important. I can't outsource that. So we're looking at things what we can outsource or what we can get help on. So easy things we can outsource is shopping. What do? We get home delivery instead. Getting your house cleaned, getting a cleaner maybe once a week instead. So this is the simple things of how we're going to free up time. When you're going shopping, just have a mental note of when you leave the house, write it down or take a picture of when you leave the house, and then take a picture of when you get back home. It could be an hour, it could be an hour and a half. How many times a week are you actually doing that? Is it twice a week? Is it once a week? So if, say for instance, twice a week, you're out of the house doing your shopping, for an hour and a half. If you order delivery instead, then you just gain yourself 3 hours. Same with cleaning the house. If you've got a cleaner instead, if you're fortunate enough to, obviously, and not everyone is fortunate enough to be able to afford it, but again, it's what's important to you. So for a cleaner, if you're cleaning the house, if the cleaner comes in for an hour a week and can basically blitz more of the stuff, it may take you 2 hours to clean what they normally do. So then you gain yourself another 2 hours. If this is making sense, hopefully it's making sense. So potentially just by outsourcing your food shop and getting that delivered to getting a cleaner, you potentially gain back what's that? 3, 4, 5 hours in the week already. Same thing with schooling. Would you be able to get someone to take your children to school? Are you close friends with another family member or sorry, another neighbour whose kids go to the same school as you? Could you actually, help each other out? I know we've got the social distancing stuff at the moment, so you won't be able to do it at the moment. But when all this pandemic weirdness is over, could you do, carpool or whatever you want to call it, where one week you take the kids and the next week your neighbour, your friend does the same for you? How much time has that saved you? It could be an extra hour a day. So if that's an extra hour a day for that week, it could be potential 5 hours. So plus that five with the other five. Hopefully you understand what I'm talking about here. So you just gain yourself 10 hours of the day. And little things you can go, people have asked me about this because I've been doing coaching about this as well, about going macro into terms of like having an electric toothbrush rather than a manual toothbrush. An electric toothbrush obviously cleans your teeth better and faster, so you don't even have to have a manual toothbrush. Get an electric toothbrush and it'll cut down your basically doing that, having a shower instead of a bath. Also, depending on the age of your kids, if your kids are a bit older, if they're in their early teens, do you really have to be getting them up for school? Do you really have to be taking them to school? And they're not old enough to get the bus, or get a met or walk, depending on where they are. We need to let our children, I've got three myself, so I'm speaking from experience, have their own kind of responsibility of when they're at the right age to go to school. So if they're in high school, you may need to be thinking about, okay, depending obviously if the school is close enough, is are they on the local bus route, a tram route, or they're close enough to walk? Are they allowed to bike to school? Wherever. So that could save you again another 5 hours on a week just doing that continuously as well. So that is my short video on time management. I hope you have liked it. What I will do in the comments section below, I'll put a few other hints and tips. I want to keep it very short and sweet because it is about time, and I know I am taking your time reading this, watching this. So I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your support. If you are new to my channel, please do feel free to subscribe. Give it a thumbs up. If you, depending on what other content you want to see, please do put it on down on there as well. It's just I had a few people asking about time management, so I decided to post this one on there as well. This is Arn Terry from Freetown Mindset. Have a great day.